Hi, this is attorney Maria Baler. I'm a partner in the law firm of Samuel, Sayward & Baler in Dedham, Massachusetts, where we focus our practice in the areas of estate planning, elder law, probate, and estate and trust administration. Today I want to talk to you about digital assets and digital devices. These are things that are relatively new in the world of estate planning, which has been around for centuries, but are an important part of our lives today and that we need to start planning for. Digital assets are assets that you own that are intangible, that exist online or in the cloud. Examples of digital assets might be your email account or the account where you use to store your photos online, or your Pinterest account, or your Twitter account, social media accounts. Those are assets that may have monetary value, may not, may have sentimental value, but may be important to be accessed by someone who you trust if you become incapacitated, or by your fiduciaries after your death. These accounts are accessed by means of digital devices, your smartphone, your computer, your tablet, anything you use to go online and get access to these accounts where you store your digital assets. When we draft estate plan documents, it is important for us to include in those documents powers that will allow your fiduciaries to get access to these digital assets on your behalf. Your fiduciaries are the people that you name in your power of attorney to act for you in the event you become incapacitated, or the executor of your will, now we call them personal representatives, or the trustee of your trust, the people who will manage and distribute your assets after your death. So in all of those documents now, we include appropriate provisions that give your fiduciaries the authority to contact Google or Facebook or Gmail and access any digital assets that may be under the control of those companies according to their rules and the law that governs these types of assets. It's very important for you, in addition to including those powers in your documents, to provide information to your fiduciaries that will allow them to gain access. It's not enough that they have the power in the document to do it. They also need just what you need to get access to those assets: your username, your password, your passcodes. Whatever steps need to be taken for you to get access to those accounts are the same steps your fiduciaries will need to take. And even though you may have memorized the password that you've used since you were in junior high school, your fiduciary may not know that password. So how are you going to give them that information? That's an important piece of planning for digital assets. We suggest that you write that information down in a digital assets memorandum, and if we do planning for you, we will give you a form that you can use for that purpose, and you can record all of the websites that or other online places that your digital assets may be located, what your username is, what your password is, and any other information that your fiduciaries might need to get access to that information. There are a variety of ways to store this information in addition to writing it down. Some people use online password managers. Some people keep a document in their computer or on their phone that stores their passwords or lists their passwords. Anything that works for you is okay, but it needs to be something that you are committed to keeping up to date as passwords change, and also something that you can point to as a place where your fiduciaries can go to find this information. If it's a list in your desk drawer, that's where they should be directed. If it's a digital asset memo that you have stored in your estate planning binder, that's fine too. If it's a list on your phone, then you need to tell your fiduciaries how to get access to that list, whether it's the passcode for your phone or the passcode to the online password manager. Wherever that information is stored, you need to lead them to that information in such a way that they can access it. Now, of course, you're not going to broadcast where you keep this information, but hopefully there are one or two trusted people who you've named as fiduciaries in your documents who you can say, if something happens to me, if I get sick, if I pass away, I want you to go to this place, and this is where you will find the instructions for my estate planning, my digital assets, any important information you need. Another important piece of information you might want to include in those digital asset instructions are what you want done with those digital assets after you pass away. Your email accounts are really useful to you while you're alive, and after you pass away, they might be useful to your fiduciaries in the sense that there may be information about your banking or financial accounts and where they can be located, contact information for friends and family members, things like that. But at the end of the day, you may want them to delete the emails in your email account. Photos may be a different story. If you have a Shutterfly library that contains all of your family vacation photos for the last 20 years, you may want those to leave the instruction that those photos should be downloaded and shared with family members or friends. You might want your social media accounts to be deleted, or you might want certain messages posted there. There's a variety of types of digital assets and a variety of information that's there and instructions you might want to leave about what should be done with those accounts after you pass away. But whatever it is, you should be documenting that and leaving instructions for your fiduciaries. So that's the story on digital assets as they stand today. This is a really evolving area of the law, so stay tuned for the way things might change. Massachusetts has not yet enacted the uniform law related to digital assets that a number of other states have, but if and when we do, there might be more uniformity in how these things are dealt with. But in the meantime, if you have questions or need more information, feel free to visit our website, ssbllc.com, where there are articles on digital assets and all kinds of other information related to estate planning. Or feel free to contact us through the website, and we're happy to answer any questions you have. Thanks for listening.